Hey guys, it's Dan, and welcome back to another video. I tried to record this video for last week, but it just didn't come out quite the way that I planned. But that's okay. It kind of plays into what I want to talk about today. That of which is that you'll figure it out. I think that's something that a lot of us just kind of need to hear and really understand is that it'll take some time, but one day you'll understand what's going on, you'll figure it out and know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. I know, at least for me, that's been one of the hardest things is trying to figure out like who I am, what I want to do, how I want to do it, and things of all that nature. Like, to be completely honest with you, I still don't really know what it is that I want to do with my life. Like, I'm finally working in a field like somewhat related to my degree and things like that, but I just don't know if I could really see myself sticking around and doing it. I absolutely love like making videos and stuff like this, but I don't know if that will ever like come to fruition where like it is like what I do, which I'm perfectly okay if it doesn't, but it's like this is something I enjoy doing. I also really have gotten into photography and videography and stuff like that. And it's just something that I absolutely love. And I would love to figure out some way of turning that into like my job, I guess. I'm not really sure how that would work or how I could do it, but like that's what I'm into now. And so I've been trying to figure that out a lot and really understand the do's and don'ts of it. And it's weird. So I've spent a lot of time just kind of like trying to figure out if that's what I want to do with my life, I guess, and trying to figure out how I could make that work and all sorts of stuff kind of like that. And it's it's really stressful trying to figure out who you are, what you want to be, how you want to get to that point. And I just kind of have to remind myself like, hey, you'll figure it out one day. It doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It may not even be for the next few years, but one day you'll get the hang of it and you'll kind of figure it out. And I really think that this applies to everything in life, whether it's something small or something big. You have to apply yourself, you have to give it a shot. It will take time, but the more effort that you put into it and the more that you learn and really just give it your all, you'll start to figure it out. Like, even with the camera and everything like that, when I first started and I had my little ZVE10, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, and I still really don't, but I've gotten a lot better. I actually had one of my buddies that recently got engaged. I've talked about a little bit on this channel. He actually had me do his engagement pictures. So that was super fun. And they turned out absolutely phenomenal. If I wasn't worried about doxing him or knew that he'd get a little upset if I posted them here online, I probably would show them. But they turned out really good. And it's all part of working with what you got and just not giving up. I feel like that's a lot of people's biggest problems, even with the little things, is they get frustrated, they get irritated, and they just throw in the towel like, I'll never be able to get this, I'm done. And they just give up and think that they'll never figure it out, they'll never have any clue what they're doing. And that's just simply not true. It'll take some time. You'll have to learn. But I promise you, the more that you try, the more effort that you give, the more you'll figure it out and you'll get a better hang of it. And you'll be great one day. Like, I will wholeheartedly be one of the first to admit I've definitely thought about giving up, whether it's something like YouTube. And right at the beginning with the photography thing, I almost gave up like right away. I got frustrated because my pictures didn't look good. They didn't look like the people that got me into it. And I was just getting frustrated and damn near sold it all. I was probably a hair away from just putting it all on marketplace, getting rid of it, and being done with it. And there's been plenty of times in life I'm like, you know what? I'll never figure it out. I'll never know what I'm going to do. Maybe I just don't need to anymore. And I think that's the part that a lot of people forget about is there's people out there that think that they will never get it, they'll never understand, and they're essentially worthless. And it's a really sad place to be. I know that I've struggled with it a lot. I know many of my friends that have struggled with it. And it's really sad watching everyone just kind of slowly fade into that. And it's nowhere that you want to see people you care about going. And it's all because they just don't think that they really have a purpose or a meaning, and don't think they'll ever be able to achieve anything. But trust me, if you just stick with it, don't give up, you will figure it out one day. It doesn't have to be right now. It's okay to struggle, it's okay to learn, and just give it some time. I promise that everything will make sense one day. That day may not be for a while. And I know firsthand you want it to be today. I get that. But maybe today just isn't that day. One thing that I've really had to kind of train myself on and force myself to really understand and learn from is it's a bad day, it's not a bad life. And everything happens for a reason. And whether you let it dictate how the rest of your day is going to go, or the rest of your week, or the rest of your life, is completely up to you. Nobody else is in charge of that. It's only you. And you are the one that holds the reins and can really just make everything happen. I don't know. It's just been something that's kind of really been on my mind. And like, I know that I've been trying to think and be like, man, I just don't get it. I don't know what I want to do or how I want to do it and everything. I just want to be who I am, whether that's a homeless bum living out on the streets or a multimillionaire, ideally never living in California, but like something similar. Like, I don't know what my plan is. I don't know if I'm going to have kids. I don't know who I would have kids with. Like, I just wanted to like fast forward through this part of my life, but I think that's part that everyone forgets is you have to live life in order to learn and really understand who you are and become that person that you're going to be. It'll take some time to figure out, like I said. Just don't ever give up. You've got this, kings and queens. But yeah, it's just something I wanted to talk about. And if you are feeling like you don't really know what your purpose is and how you're going to make it at life, just know that you're not alone. But with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I love each and every one of you. And if you are struggling, let me know down in the comment sections down below. I want to be there for you guys. And maybe we can end up finding you some more people and just making a big group of supporters and everything like that. But yeah, you guys, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you did enjoy. And I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.